Hello, this is Golden Age Lab. I'm so glad you're here with me today. You know, I was eating a banana this morning and it got me thinking about something really important that I just had to share with you. We've all been eating bananas our whole lives, haven't we? They're sitting right there on our kitchen counter, so familiar, so comforting. But here's something that surprised even me after all these years. The way we eat our bananas and what we eat them with can make all the difference between getting a wonderful night's sleep or tossing and turning until dawn. And I know how precious good sleep becomes as we get a little older. Now, before we go any further, I want you to stay with me through this whole conversation because I'm going to share something with you that changed my evenings completely. A simple combination that turns an ordinary banana into what I like to call nature's own sleeping pill. But first, let me tell you about all the wonderful things bananas are already doing for us. You see, inside that cheerful yellow peel, there's something called tryptophan. Now, don't let the fancy name throw you off. Tryptophan is simply the building block our bodies use to make what scientists call the happiness hormone and the sleep hormone. Let me explain how this actually works because it's quite fascinating. Think of tryptophan as a raw ingredient like flour for baking bread. When tryptophan enters your body, it goes through a transformation process. First, it becomes serotonin, which is why we feel happier and more relaxed. Then, as evening approaches and it gets darker, your body converts that serotonin into melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. It's like a beautiful chain reaction, all starting from that banana you're eating. There was actually a study done just last year in the Asia Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition that showed folks who ate bananas before bedtime slept better. They didn't just fall asleep faster, they felt more rested in the morning. The researchers measured actual sleep quality, not just how people felt, and the results were remarkable. But that's not all our banana friend is doing for us. Inside each one, there's plenty of vitamin B6, and this is especially important for those of us who want to keep our minds sharp and our memories strong. You know how sometimes we walk into a room and forget why we went there? Well, let me explain what vitamin B6 is actually doing up there in your brain. Your brain cells, called neurons, need to communicate with each other constantly. They do this using chemical messengers called neurotransmitters, kind of like the postal service delivering letters between houses. Vitamin B6 helps manufacture these neurotransmitters, keeping the communication lines open and clear. Without enough vitamin B6, it's like the mail delivery slowing down. Messages get delayed or lost, and that's when we start having those senior moments. Researchers at King's College London published a study in the journal Nutrients in 2017, cataloged, and what they found was eye-opening. They followed healthy elderly individuals over time and discovered that people with good levels of vitamin B6 in their blood had much slower cognitive decline as they aged. Their memories stayed sharper, their thinking stayed clearer. That's our banana helping us stay mentally young. And here's something your doctor has probably mentioned to you, especially if you're watching your blood pressure like so many of us are. Bananas are absolutely loaded with potassium. And here's how this mineral works its magic in your body. You see, your body is constantly trying to maintain a delicate balance. Think of sodium as the troublemaker that makes your blood vessels hold onto extra water, which increases pressure, kind of like turning up the water pressure in your garden hose. Potassium is like the peacekeeper that tells your kidneys to flush out that excess sodium through your urine. When sodium leaves, the extra water goes with it, and your blood pressure naturally comes down. It's a gentle, natural process that happens without any harsh chemicals. The American Heart Association actually recommends potassium-rich foods as one of the best natural ways to manage blood pressure, especially for those of us over 60. They've reviewed decades of research showing that people who eat more potassium have healthier blood pressure and fewer heart problems. So every time you enjoy a banana, you're doing something kind for your heart. Now, let's talk about something we don't always like to discuss but affects so many of us: digestive health and, well, regularity. Bananas are rich in pectin and dietary fiber, and let me explain what these are actually doing inside your digestive system. Pectin is a special type of soluble fiber, meaning it dissolves in water and forms a gel-like substance. Think of it as a gentle broom that sweeps through your intestines, but it does something even more clever than that. Pectin acts as food for the good bacteria living in your gut. These friendly bacteria, we call them probiotics, are like little workers that help break down food, absorb nutrients, and keep everything moving smoothly. When you feed these good bacteria with pectin, they multiply and thrive, which means better digestion for you. The dietary fiber adds bulk to your stool, making everything pass through more easily and regularly. It's nature's way of keeping your digestive system running like a well-oiled machine, if you know what I mean. No more uncomfortable days or relying quite so much on other remedies. And even though bananas taste sweet, here's the beautiful thing, and this is important if you're watching your blood sugar. When you eat them with a bit of fiber, they don't spike your blood sugar the way candy or cake would. Let me explain the science behind this because it's really quite elegant. When you eat sugar by itself, like in a candy bar, it rushes into your bloodstream all at once, causing a sharp spike. Your pancreas panics and releases a flood of insulin to bring it down, which can lead to that awful crash an hour later where you feel tired and shaky. But when bananas are combined with fiber, something different happens. The fiber slows down the digestion process, releasing the natural sugars gradually over time, like a slow drip instead of a flood. Your blood sugar rises gently and stays steady, and your body can handle it comfortably without those dramatic ups and downs. This is why bananas give you steady energy throughout the day, which is perfect for those of us managing diabetes or just wanting to avoid those awful energy crashes. Most experts suggest about 1 to 2 bananas a day is just right. Not too much, not too little. Just enough to get all these benefits we've been talking about, but now, my dears, here's where I need you to pay close attention. Because this is where many of us, myself included, have been making some innocent mistakes. There are certain foods that, when combined with bananas, actually work against us. It's not that they're dangerous exactly, but they cancel out all those good things we just talked about. And the first one really surprised me. You know those beautiful smoothies everyone's making these days with bananas and blueberries? They look so healthy, so colorful in the glass. Well, it turns out there's an enzyme in bananas called polyphenol oxidase. Quite a mouthful, isn't it? Let me break down what's actually happening here because it's fascinating science. This enzyme is like a little chemical worker that's normally busy browning the banana when you slice it and leave it out. But when you blend banana with blueberries, this enzyme gets very active and starts attacking the beneficial compounds in the blueberries called flavonols. Flavonols are powerful antioxidants that protect your cells from damage and keep your blood vessels healthy. Think of the enzyme as accidentally cutting the power lines to these beneficial compounds. Scientists at UC Davis and the University of Reading did a joint study in 2023, published in the journal Food and Function, where they actually measured what happens. They found that adding banana to a blueberry smoothie reduced the absorption of blueberries' beneficial flavonols by up to 84%. 84%! Can you imagine? You think you're getting all those blueberry benefits, but the banana enzyme is blocking them before your body can even use them. Now, this doesn't mean you have to give up either fruit. Goodness, no. You just need to eat them separately. Have your blueberries with breakfast at 8 o'clock, and then enjoy your banana as a mid-morning snack around 10. Give them a little space, and you'll get the full benefit of both. Here's another combination I used to make all the time: banana and cucumber in a salad. Seems healthy, doesn't it? Well, here's what science has taught us. Cucumbers contain an enzyme called ascorbinase, and this enzyme has one specific job: breaking down vitamin C. Now, vitamin C is like a delicate molecule that's easily destroyed, and ascorbinase is particularly good at dismantling it. When you mix cucumbers with bananas, which have a good amount of vitamin C, this enzyme starts working immediately, breaking down the vitamin C before your body gets a chance to absorb it. It's like having a security guard whose job is to prevent vitamin C from getting through. So if you're making a salad, keep these two apart and you'll actually get the nutritional benefits you're hoping for. And I have to admit, I used to love drizzling honey or syrup all over my bananas. Sometimes I'd even have them with ice cream as a treat. But here's the thing, and this is where understanding the science really helps us make better choices. Bananas already have plenty of natural sweetness, about 14 to 15 grams of natural sugar in a medium banana. Now, when we add extra sugar or syrup on top, we're creating what nutritionists call a compound effect. Your body now has to process the banana's natural sugars plus all that added sugar at once. Remember how I explained earlier that fiber helps slow down sugar absorption? Well, when you add concentrated syrup or honey, you're overwhelming that protective system. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose instead of a water fountain. Your blood sugar shoots up rapidly, your pancreas has to work overtime pumping out insulin, and then you crash. For those of us over 60, our bodies don't handle these sugar surges as well as they used to. The CDC specifically warns us older folks to watch our added sugar intake, and this is exactly why. They recommend keeping added sugars to less than 10% of our daily calories, because repeated sugar spikes can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and increased diabetes risk. One more thing, and this might be controversial because I know banana smoothies with milk are popular. When you blend banana with a lot of milk, something interesting happens during digestion, and it's worth understanding. Milk contains a protein called casein, which is actually quite thick and takes time to digest. Bananas, on the other hand, contain natural fruit acids. Now, when casein meets these acids in your stomach, they react together and form what scientists call a coagulated mass, basically clumps of protein. Think of it like milk curdling when you add lemon juice. These clumps are harder for your digestive system to break down, so everything slows way down. Your stomach has to work much harder and longer to process this combination. That's why you feel heavy, bloated, and uncomfortable after a big banana milkshake. It's not that it's dangerous. It's just that your digestive system is saying, please give me something easier to work with. A little milk is fine. Your body can handle small amounts. But those big milkshake-style banana drinks with 2 cups of milk? Maybe save those for special occasions. Now, are you ready for the good news? Because this is where it gets really exciting. I'm about to share 3 combinations that don't just preserve the benefits of bananas. They multiply them. Especially for sleep, these combinations are like a gentle lullaby for your body. The first one, and this is my personal favorite, is bananas with walnuts. Oh my goodness, this combination is magical, and the science behind it is absolutely beautiful. You see, walnuts have tryptophan too, that same sleep-helping ingredient we talked about earlier. But here's the clever part, and this is where it gets really interesting. Walnuts don't have the vitamin B6 needed to activate that tryptophan. Let me explain what I mean by activate. Tryptophan can't just turn into serotonin and melatonin by itself. It needs a helper, what scientists call a coenzyme, and that coenzyme is vitamin B6. Without B6, tryptophan just sits there, unable to transform. It's like having a key but no lock to open. Guess what provides that missing piece? Our banana. The vitamin B6 in the banana acts as that coenzyme, facilitating the chemical transformation of tryptophan into first serotonin, then melatonin. They're like 2 puzzle pieces that fit together perfectly. Harvard University's nutritional research, along with many peer-reviewed studies, confirms that vitamin B6 is essential for converting tryptophan into serotonin and melatonin, those happiness and sleep hormones. When you eat them together, you're getting both the raw material from walnuts and the processing tool from bananas. It's the perfect biochemical partnership for sleep. So here's what I do, and I'm telling you, I sleep like a baby now. About an hour before bed, I take half a banana and 5 walnuts, blend them up with a little water or oat milk and drink it down. It's creamy, it's naturally sweet, and it signals to my body that it's time to wind down. No more lying awake watching the clock. No more getting up 3 times a night. Just deep, peaceful, restorative sleep. The second wonderful pairing is banana with unsweetened Greek yogurt. Now make sure it's unsweetened because we don't need that extra sugar. Here's where the science gets really exciting for digestive health. The live cultures in Greek yogurt, those friendly bacteria we call probiotics, are living organisms that need food to survive and multiply. Guess what they love to eat? Pectin and fiber, exactly what bananas provide. This relationship is what scientists call a prebiotic-probiotic synergy. The banana's pectin feeds the yogurt's probiotics, helping them grow stronger and more numerous in your gut. Think of it like this: the yogurt brings the workers, and the banana brings their lunch. When these probiotics thrive, they produce beneficial compounds called short-chain fatty acids, which reduce inflammation in your intestines, strengthen your gut lining, and improve nutrient absorption. They also crowd out harmful bacteria that might cause problems. This combination creates what researchers call a healthy gut microbiome, which is fundamental to overall health. Just slice your banana nice and thin, layer it over your yogurt, and you've got a breakfast or snack that keeps everything running smoothly. Your gut will thank you, and you'll feel the difference in your digestion. And the third combination is banana with oatmeal. This is the perfect breakfast, especially if you're dealing with blood sugar concerns or diabetes, and the science explains exactly why. Oatmeal contains a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber forms a thick, gel-like substance in your stomach that literally slows down how fast food moves through your digestive system. When you combine this with the pectin in bananas, you're creating a double layer of protection against blood sugar spikes. Here's what happens: the beta-glucan from oats and the pectin from bananas work together to trap the natural sugars and starches, releasing them very slowly into your bloodstream over several hours. Scientists measure this using something called the glycemic index. Foods that spike your blood sugar quickly have a high glycemic index, while foods that release sugar slowly have a low glycemic index. Banana and oatmeal together lower the overall glycemic index of your meals significantly compared to eating either one alone. No spikes, no crashes, just sustained energy that carries you through your morning. Plus, it keeps you feeling full and satisfied because that gel-like fiber expands in your stomach, so you're not reaching for snacks an hour later. For anyone watching their blood sugar, this combination is genuinely therapeutic. Let me just bring this all together for you because I know that's a lot of information. The main things to remember are these. When you're making a smoothie, keep bananas and blueberries separate. Give them some time apart. If you're having milk with your banana, keep it moderate, not a huge amount. Avoid piling on extra sugar or syrups. Your banana is already sweet enough. But here's what you should absolutely try, and I really hope you will. For the best sleep of your life, combine banana with walnuts. Make yourself that little bedtime drink I mentioned. Half a banana, 5 walnuts, blend it up. Some folks even add a bit of oat milk to make it creamier, and that's perfectly fine too. The banana plus walnut plus oat milk combination is truly nature's sleeping pill, without any of the side effects or grogginess of actual medication. I've been doing this for months now, and I can't tell you the difference it's made. I fall asleep easier, I stay asleep longer, and I wake up feeling actually rested, not groggy or tired. Good sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's about giving our bodies the time they need to heal, to restore, to keep us healthy and active for all the things we still want to do. So I really encourage you to give this a try. Start tonight if you can, and in a week or two, I'd love to hear how it's working for you. If you found this helpful, if this is the kind of warm, practical health information you'd like more of, please do subscribe. I'm here every week sharing these little discoveries that can make such a big difference in how we feel day to day. I wish you the most peaceful night's sleep, wonderful health, and many, many happy days ahead. Take good care of yourself. You deserve it. This has been a conversation from someone who genuinely cares about your well-being, both body and mind. Until next time, sleep well, thank you.